Okay, good evening, everybody. Come here, Guinness. Righty. Right, I think tonight we will start by finishing this piece, and then we're going to make some granny squares. Oh, there that goes. Okay. This is a big blanket we are going to finish. Welcome to the live. So, happy Saturday. No one's in here yet, so if you're watching the VOD, I'm chatting with you. I do hope you are doing well. It is a very dreary Saturday night here. But that's okay, because that's just an excuse to stay inside and crochet all day. So if you're just joining, don't forget to double tap the screen to like the live. Hit the subscribe button. It really helps me out. And I hope you'll stay in chat for a while. We're just finishing up a baby blanket right now, and then we're going to work on some granny squares. And I'll probably be live for about 2.5 hours. Whenever I get too tired, I'll jump off. So there. Hello. Hello, welcome to the live. I do hope you're having a good day. There's a fuzzy. Hi. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Hello. Oh, wow. Welcome to the live, everybody. Don't forget to double tap the screen, hit the subscribe button if you like what you see. Hang out, chat for a while. Hello, hello. This is the Finnish flag, and this is the Ace Pride flag. And there goes my cat, Guinness. Yeah. Yep, that. Don't ask me to pronounce that, but yes, I do know what you're saying. Man, my cats have all been lazy bums today. But I mean, it's been a very dreary day. All three of them are actually down here with me. Even Zuzu. She never comes downstairs when I'm live. What is this live? This is a crochet live. I'm making a baby blanket right now. And then we'll work on granny squares when I finish this baby blanket, which is going to be soon. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. I really like the bright colors. Camera doesn't do them justice. As a Serb, you approve of the Finnish flag. Good to know. Yeah, I live in Pennsylvania in the United States, but I'm ethnically Finnish, so. You do? Yup. I'm Orthodox. Kind of bad at it, though. But whatever. What is it, Zuzu? Cat, one of them. She's walking around, hollering. We have 3 kitties. The boys, I have 2 boys, 1 girl. The boys are asleep, being schlubs. And my girl cat is walking around upstairs yelling. She will not come on camera. She's camera shy. I hear her. Nope, she went upstairs. Usually when I start live streaming, she hides. But the boys are asleep. Thank you. Yeah. Must be a deer or something in the backyard that's got her all spun up. She doesn't like it when there are animals in the backyard. She's really mad. She's like, this is my house. And the boys are just asleep. All right. Right, we're about done with this round. And then I don't know if I'm going to leave it straight or if I'm going to add another round of picots. I'll decide later. But we are just about done with this blanket. And then we can move on to the granny squares I've been working on. If you've been in my previous lives, I've been working on a giant granny square blanket for my brother as a wedding gift. And we're getting into the final stretch. The wedding is in October. And it's mid-June now. So, gotta get cracking. If you're just joining, don't forget to double tap the screen to like the live, hit the subscribe button. I post all sorts of fun crochet stuff. And I go live every Saturday. Roughly around the same time. Usually I'm on earlier, but I've been taking a nap before going live because I wake up so early, and then I end up needing to end the lives earlier than I'd like to because I get too tired. So I went to take a nap, and I took a way longer nap than anticipated. Usually I try to go live at 6 o'clock, and I woke up at 6 o'clock, and I still had to make dinner. So, oops. So, hope everybody had a good day. I know today is Knit and Crochet in Public Day, but I didn't because torrential downpour all day. We're under a flood watch. Though, is knitting and crocheting on live count as knitting and crocheting in public? Since it's a public live? I don't know. Who knows? Ready. Boop. Boop. Right. All right, we're done with that. So here's a bit of what it looks like. Bright, fun, colorful. I think I am gonna add some picots. I think that would look nice. Just give it a little extra. And I have plenty of yarn to do it. So I'm pulling from the outer part of this cane, which I haven't done in a while, but oh, excuse me. Drink of water, hydrate. Welcome to everybody that just joined. I do hope you are well. Okay, 1, 2. We're doing some picots on this border, and then we'll work on granny squares. 2, 3, slip stitch, boop, boop. Cat Guinness is on the back of the couch just staring into my soul. He's happy. We didn't do too much today, aside from crochet and do a bit of vlogging. So we just kind of cuddled on the couch most of the day, which is all he ever really wants to do, ever since he was a little baby. Rocky is sleeping in one of my yarn bags. It was finally emptied out. I was gonna put it away, and nope, he's decided it's his bed now. Oop. And if you're just joining, welcome. Don't forget to double tap the screen to like the live. Hit the subscribe button. Stay, chat for a bit, hang out. I promise I don't bite. I'm a teacher, so I can't bite. Oh, Rocky is snoring. The cats will at some point make an appearance. At some point. Gosh, it's just been so dark and dreary all day. And humid. Had to run some stuff down to the mailbox to mail out today, and it was just soup. It's not the fun kind of soup season. This is coming along really nicely. Got the sneezies, Guinness. He's got the sneezies. I really need to clean my glasses. Oh, Rocky's waking up. Hey, Rock. Never mind. He's turning around. So, did anyone else watch Passionate Kelsey's live earlier? I know she was live today. That was pretty cool. All right, we're at a corner. What do I want to do with the corner? Do I want to put a picot there? Nah. It will only chain one. Okay. Yeah, I heard her. I heard her say your name, and I was like, wait a minute, I know that name. Yeah, the velvet scrunchies are just so pretty. I've made my own before, but they don't work for my hair. It's very thin. Like, they just, scrunchies for me just slide right out of my hair, so. But yeah. Yeah, I lurked in the chat most of the time I was working on this. Alternating between working on this and doom scrolling TikTok. And vlogging. I've been bad at filming this week. I've been so sleepy all week. Because both of my co-teachers have been out on vacation, so it was just me and two substitutes. So I was carrying the entire mental load of my classroom. So I would get home, I would sit in my chair, I'd get set up to film, and then officially at the age where I sit there and say don't touch the remote. I'm still watching that. I'm just resting my eyes. Oh, Eunice is awake. The boys are still just absolute schlubs. Aw, yeah, the bees. She sells out so fast. The bees were cute. Especially they were pride themed, which I liked. And Rocky is snoring again. Sleepy boy. They will eventually come pay their dues for the live stream, but they're sleepy. Oh, Rocky did claw up my arm a little. Well, you can't really see it on camera, but he clawed up my arm a bit today. I was petting him and he got overexcited. This is a blanket. Right now it's a baby blanket. I have made 2 hexagon cardigans. Just because I prefer the raglan style for making cardigans, but both hexagon cardigans I've ever made, they were baby sized cardigans. I just overwhelmingly prefer doing top-down raglan style when I do make sweaters. But I do love a good, well-made hexagon cardigan. They look cool. I should make one for myself sometime. I've been thinking of ideas to use up a lot of my scrap yarn, since that was one of my goals for the year. And it's mid-June. I did use some of it up over the course of the week. I made one of these rib knit beanies. But I don't think I'm going to sell these. I think I'm going to do this for charity and then donate them in the winter. Just because I don't knit as well as I crochet. I can do both, but the tension is different and yeah. But I was thinking I could do these double-stranded beanies using a lot of my scrap yarn. Or maybe a giant throw blanket or something. Either way, like I said back in that video I made all the way back in January, my scrap yarn is the problem. My stash is fine. It's my scrap yarn that's the problem. So while I do have a giant yarn stash, a lot of it doesn't sit around. Like, I've got yarn going in and out of my stash at a pretty equal rate, whereas the scrap yarn is just sitting there, quietly accumulating. And because I'm known at my school as the crochet lady, the yarn lady, among all the families there, so like, I think I told this story once. There was a parent in the pre-K room who I'd never interacted with before. And one morning, she just came into my room, dropped off a ton of scrap yarn, and left. And I was like, I don't know you, but thank you. But I don't know what to do with it. And I have to be careful with scrap yarn because I am allergic to sheep's wool. So if I grab a ball of it and I start itching, time to offload it somewhere else. But the problem is most of my other crochet friends are also allergic to sheep's wool. So I liked that knitting pattern, so I will definitely turn some of it into double-stranded knit beanies for charity. Or, well, in my area, I don't really need to give them to a charity. I can just give them out directly. We've got a somewhat large homeless encampment in my town, so I could just go give it to them straight out of my hand, not cut out the middleman. I don't know, man. Mostly focused on the blankets right now. Right, we're at the 25-minute mark. Picos, they're coming along quite nicely. Cute. Yeah, this is for a baby boy in my class who's turning 1 in 2 weeks. And he likes bright, vibrant colors. And I think this was Red Heart, Super Saver, Bright Stripe, and then just a skein of black yarn. And I put them together for a giant granny rectangle because you make December to make blankets through Vlogmas videos. That's an idea. I'm gonna put that in the mental list. I'm just hesitant to start any big blanket projects right now because I'm still working on my brother's. So, and I don't know how I'll feel about making big blankets by the time it's done. I may want to take a break, or I could just turn them into a bunch of baby blankets. If you're just joining the live, don't forget to double tap the screen to like the live, hit the subscribe button, and stay and chat for a bit. We have fun here. You know, one big thing I do have to do with my scrapyard before I do anything is I have to organize it because it's just kind of in bags and baskets scattered around my house. And I think if I could get it all into like one big giant box or a couple of big giant boxes, then it would be much easier to manage. I also, not only did I inherit my grandmother's stash, I also inherited all her scrap yarn. So we've got yarn going all the way back to the 1930s. So that's when she started crocheting, I think. It was during the Great Depression. I don't know, I really gotta sit down and talk to my relatives more about my grandma. She died when I was very, very young. But according to my dad, I act just like her. Hi, Aaliyah. Welcome to the live. Good to see ya. We're working on a baby blanket. And then we're going to do granny squares. Again. Just because I still need so many of them. Same neon one from last time. Was I working on this last week too? I can't remember, but I mean, yeah, this is the only neon blanket I've been working on for a while, so I guess we're almost done with it. Oh, I guess I did work on it last week. The week before you work. It had to have been a different neon blanket or something neon then. Because I only started this on last Saturday. So it had to be another neon thing. I do have a lot of neon projects. But no, this one I started last week on Saturday. Because the theme of this week's vlog that I've been filming, I'm actually a couple vlogs ahead right now. You know, this is for one of my one-year-old students. But I have made other... My gosh. This is gonna bug me now. Yes, I have one that's turning 1 in 2 weeks. The last birthday one I worked on was a cat stitch blanket. And that had some pretty bright colors in it. Or maybe I have been working on this on and off. Yep, we did work on this last week. We attached a bunch of granny squares and then we started working on this. You're right. Yes, this is the same blanket. I remember now because we attached granny squares. I didn't know if I wanted to make a bunch or not. I didn't feel like doing color changes, so we worked on this. Yeah, so this is the same blanket, and we're on the last row of it. So I've been working on this on and off all week. Since it's just a simple pattern, I've been able to bring it to work with me and work on it during nap time or on my lunch breaks. The babies like to watch me crochet. Thank you. Yeah, the camera does not do the colors justice. It's Red Heart Stripes Bright Stripe, and I like the gorgeous neons. But I made this a granny rectangle because the baby I'm making this for is very, very tall. So a granny square wouldn't cover him, so I made it a rectangle instead. But yeah, he turns 1 in 2 weeks, and it's exciting because when he first joined my class last school year, he was only 7 or 8 weeks old. He was teeny tiny. Now he's a big boy. Yup, he does. He wears a lot of neons and bright colors. So I just know he's gonna love it. He's also a blankie boy. He steals all the other kids' blankies and cuddles with them. Okay, you keep your natural fibers away from your acrylics. Yeah, I do the same. I mostly work with acrylic just because it's the most economical option and allergies. But I tend to I have one shelf where I keep like my cotton and my cotton blends. And then I have another shelf where I keep more acrylic. And then I have a little bookcase here that I keep a lot of acrylic in. And then I have a little stand where my alpaca and fancy yarns go. And then I have a box I keep the wool yarn that I do have that I can tolerate. Because superwash doesn't bother me as much. So if I wear gloves, it won't make me break out. But non-superwash wool, I get near it and it's like... Superwash, I just have to touch it for a long time. No, I am definitely an acrylic yarn girly. Hi Sharon, welcome to the live. Yeah, I'm an acrylic girly. My grandma was an acrylic girly and now I'm an acrylic girly. But my grandma wasn't allergic to wool, she was just cheap. She was forever loyal to Red Heart Super Saver because it was cheap. It's on my daughter. Granny squares in my back. No, this was a blanket my grandmother made back in the 70s. Oh, Nightbot, behave. I thought I changed that filter to allow more emojis. Sorry about that. My auto moderator's been spicy lately. I messed with some settings. But no, my grandma made that blanket. It's a big, big blanket. It's a king-sized blanket. And it has survived many trips through the washing machine. This flag, this is the Ace Pride flag. And this is the Finnish flag because I'm ethnically Finnish. Represent. Not too many of us, so we gotta stick together. Wow, lots of people in here. Hello, welcome to the live. Don't forget to double tap the screen to like it, subscribe, all that fun stuff. We have lots of fun here. No, my grandma was a prolific blanket maker. Like, I've got a blanket right here that she made. I've got more in the garage. I've got a hope chest full of blankets that she's made. And like half a million baby blankets she made for me when I was a kid. Hello, welcome to the live. And again, this blanket, Red Heart Super Saver from the 70s. And this blanket, Red Heart Super Saver from 2023. Well, the striped yarn is Red Heart Super Saver. This is Premier Just yarn in the color black. The blanket I'm making is gorgeous. Thank you. It's a baby blankie. I'm a teacher at a daycare for infants, and I like to make each baby a birthday present for their first birthday. So this one will be going to a very tall little boy, which is why it's a granny rectangle instead of a giant granny square. Thank you. Thank you. I like making baby things. All the fun of making a full-sized adult project, but with much less yarn and much less time. Because I have a terrible attention span. Yeah, I know for a fact how bad my attention span is because I attempted a temperature blanket back in 2012. Made it 3 days and then I was like, I hate this. I have it somewhere in storage. I should dig it out. I've been thinking of doing a temperature blanket again next year. Although instead of a bunch of little squares, crocheting a baby blanket. Do it! Babies can never have too many baby blankies. Just make sure you use yarn that can go in the washer and dryer. Because babies are gross. And they chew everything. But I was thinking for next year, attempting a temperature blanket again. Cause I got the idea because I've lived in the same place for a very, very long time. So I was thinking of doing kind of like 2 temperature blankets where I'd do one for the year I was born and then one for the current year, but use the same palette just to compare. I was thinking maybe that would be next year's project. Since right now once we're done with this blanket, I'm going to work more on the big blanket I'm making for my brother as a wedding present. But I think I could do it again because the first time I attempted a temperature blanket, I made a bunch of tiny little granny squares and then I was going to sew them all together, which is probably why I lost interest so quickly. Because I didn't have anyone in particular I was making it for, and terrible attention span, and yeah. Whereas for the next attempt, I would do just one big 300 plus round granny square maybe. Or maybe one granny square per month. I don't know. Temperature blankets are kind of TL Yarn Crafts specialty. I'm still finding my niche. I don't know. We'll reevaluate at the end of the year. Blocking board on a discount. A post from a few hours ago for a block on YouTube or one of her other social medias. Where do I need to go? Where do I need to go to get this blocking board? YouTube under community tab. Okay, YouTube. Here we go. Good Lord, I have a lot of notifications on my YouTube tab. Okay, Teal Yarn Crafts. Podcast, playlist, posts. Free. Be outside. I'm not finding it, Aaliyah. And Rocky is snoring. Okay. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Might have been someone else. I think you can find it. Okay, let me know. I only have 8 of those blocking mats. And I would quite like to get more. So I know you can use those playroom mats. They're cheaper than the blocking mats, but I need the grid because math. Gracie's bad at math. And it makes me lucky, though, that my brother is very good at math because I can call him and give him the gauge for a project and tell him to do the math for me, and he will figure it out. Because I make crocheted beanies a lot, but I want to make chunky crocheted beanies. Because I like these knit beanies from Passionate Kelsey's pattern, but knitting takes me a lot longer than crocheting. And I honestly prefer crocheting. It's a lot less stressful. So the whole time I'm knitting, I'm terrified I'm going to drop a stitch. But this past week, I didn't have too many business crochet things I had to do, so I spent this past week crocheting only whatever I wanted to crochet. So this baby blanket, I made some other birthday presents. I made a bag that looks pretty cool. I made this cool black and white bag. Put it up for sale on my website in July. Used this old Lion brand limited edition yarn that was back in 2023. Awful scratchy acrylic, but very tough. Very tough. Definitely good bag material. So, yeah, I made the bag, and I've got a couple granny squares where I'm working on another one. But that's just been my week. So tomorrow I'm probably going to wrap up the vlog I'm filming, and then I got to start on 4th of July stuff. Also getting ready because I'm going to start shipping things from on my website. I'm going to start shipping to Canada and the UK soon. So, exciting news on Small Pine Craft. You heard it here first. International shipping is finally coming after I've been online for finally about a year. So, yeah, if you're in the UK, you can start buying stuff from me. And if you're in Canada, you can start buying stuff from me. Rocky. Hello, baby. Oh, goodness, they're just lumps. Lovable lumpy boys, which means they're going to be absolute terrors all night. So was anybody able to go out for Knit in Public Day today? Or other things that were going on today? Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Rocky, are you ever going to come pay your dues? I think the people would like to see you. And your big fluffy tail. Yes, I'm going to slow blink at you too. He's slow blinking at me from over there. He's a good boy. No, he's being a schlubba lubba. It's on. She tried it. YT. Thank you, Aaliyah. Search bar. Posts. I'll hit the subscribe button too. Where? There it is, 2 days ago. We crochet. Ooh, even with the discount, that's a bit steep for me right now. $56 value for $39.99. Okay, that's a little expensive for me right now, even with the discount, but I'm gonna save that, and after my next paycheck, I'll get it. Thank you, Aaliyah. That's very helpful. And I can always use more of everything in that set. But that's a good find. Alright, here we go. That's going good. And we've almost been live for almost an hour. Rocky, you're awake! Psst, psst, psst. Come here, my sweet boy. Come on up. People want to see you. Rocky. Saw the ad and the light bulb went off. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad you thought of me. I'm got that saved in my phone. I get paid the end soon, so I think Monday, so I can order it then. Life of being on a teacher income. I don't make anything from YouTube yet. For full monetization, you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 total watch hours, or a certain million number of shorts views. How many shorts views do you need? Let's see. So you can start with like offering memberships and super chats with 500 subscribers, which I've got a little over 600 now, and 3,000 watch hours or 3 million shorts views. And then for full monetization, you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours or 10 million shorts views. So, I mean, I'm more past the halfway point to 1,000 subscribers, but I really need my watch hours to go up. And the shorts views, it only counts if it's in the past 90 days. So I'd need a couple to like go viral or something. But the watch hours lasts for a whole year. So I basically have until November when it would start rolling over again, because I started vlogging in November of last year. I was on vacation for 2 weeks and I figured, what the heck? Let's give it a shot. I gave it a shot, realized, hey, this isn't terrible. It's just hard fighting with the algorithm. I'm still from the days of when when everything was organized chronologically. And that's a hard habit to break. But yeah. I know Facebook keeps being like, you've been on Facebook for almost 20 years. And I'm like, ah. So now, Leah, you've mentioned you think you know how old I am. So what is your guess? And Rocky is scraping the floor with his foot. What's going on up there, Rock? Right. Right, we're almost done. We've just got to turn this corner and then we will be done with the border of this baby blanket and we can finally move on to the granny squares. And we've just passed the 1 hour mark. Hello, Rocky baby. Do you want to come up? Or are you just going to sniff my feet? Yes, you're a strange boy that likes feet. Oh, big fluffy tail. Big fluffy tail. Rocky, come pay your rent. Don't scratch my chair. He's so bad. You need your claws trimmed. You gotta trim your claws. You need to invite my brother over to help me come trim your claws. Since we're at the hour mark, quick water break. Oh, much better. I've been feeling like so dehydrated lately. My classroom is the Sahara Desert. It's either the Sahara Desert or Antarctica. There's no in between. Two. Brushing Adonis. He was not a fan in the beginning. Oh, Adonis. Is he short hair or long hair? Love your Adonis stories, by the way. He sounds like a chaos goblin. I brushed Guinness earlier today, and I pulled enough fur off of him that I swear I could hand needle felt another one of him. Life size. Which now has me wondering if you can spin cat fur into yarn. No, no, I don't need another hobby. I don't need another hobby. My family will lock me away in the attic if I have to start. Short hair, brush him once a week or so. Okay. Yeah. Guinness I have to brush practically every day because he's got short hair, but he's very dense. So he's kind of high maintenance for a short hair. But yes. Oh, the kitties and their brushy brushies. They love their brushy brushies. Oh, we're so close to being done with this, and then we can move on to granny squares. Yeah, get back on there. Catches there. Yeah. That can get hard. You know, in my house, it's whoever has the best health insurance gets to clip the cat claws. Which is me, so. Alright, we just gotta turn this corner and get down to the middle, and then I can finally be done with this blankie. And then I'm fine on baby gifts for a while, because the next baby birthday in my class isn't for another 2 months. And it'll have to be something else. 2 of his front teeth will nip me. Ouch. His teeth and those tail whipping can be a deadly weapon. It is so dark out. We've been under a flood watch all day. Terrified to go down in my basement and switch my laundry. I just don't have the brain energy to do it. Okay, right spot. I think I'm in the right spot. Not a chomp down. Looks like I'm in the right spot. I think the math is mathing. The math is almost mathing on the viewers to likes ratio on here. If you're just joining, don't forget to double tap the screen and like the live. Subscribe. Have fun. Made a mistake, that's why. Not far back, so. Okay. Even I make mistakes. 2. Okay, now we are lined back up. I was like, I feel like I'm doing the picots too early. It's not matching up. That's right, I forgot to throw in a single crochet. Yeah, that's correct. Okay. Glad I caught that before I bound off, or I would have probably exploded. Alright, we're in the home stretch. Almost done with this baby blanket. Oops, chain too early. I was getting a little excited there. Rocky has disappeared upstairs. Guinness is still asleep on the couch. He's a lazy old man. We should do a live stream birthday party for Guinness. He's going to be 15 this year. Yes, I have had birthday parties for my cats before. I'm that kind of white lady. Sorry if I'm being quiet, I'm just super focused on getting this done so that we can move on to granny squares. I thought I would have been done sooner, but I guess we just got so caught up in yapping. Excuse me. Hello, welcome to the live. If you're just joining us, double tap the screen to like the live, hit the subscribe button, hang out. Also, don't repeat yourself too much because then the Nightbot will kick you. Two, and the last stitch, guys, and then we're done with the baby blanket. 2, 3, slip stitch, bind off, and we are all done. Yay! We finished the blanket. So here's how much yarn from this. This came from a 1 pound skein of yarn. It was Premier Yarn's Just Yarn Black. This was a 1 pound skein. Now it's no longer a 1 pound skein, so we're gonna shove it right here into my bookshelf. Right, everybody. Ooh, ah, yay, we finished it. A bright neon granny triangle baby blanket. I like how the picots turned out. Looks kind of like a postage stamp almost. All right, we'll weave in the ends later. It's granny square time. Oh, wow. I love a good neon. Neon needs to come back into style. As does putting eyeshadow up to your eyebrows, because I've been wearing some makeup while filming because I look absolutely dead inside lately. And it's so hard when I'm putting my eyeshadow on to not go all the way up to the eyebrow. Like, yeah. Yeah, neon is so great. I really need to make more neon things. Just because it's good for walking around at night and being highly visible while you're hiking or hunting, which there's huge hunting culture where I live, so. Fall craft shows, my orange hats sell very quickly. Which reminds me, I need to get more Red Heart Super Saver in the color pumpkin. It's got the color goldfish from Premier, but it's just slightly different from the pumpkin orange. All right, we're crocheting granny squares now. We're switching to my prim hook. Why do I always make granny squares with my prim hook? I don't know. I overwhelmingly prefer clover, but these prim hooks are nice. I don't know, this one's special to me because friend's baby chewed all over it and it's got his little teethy marks in it, and he's a big boy now. Yeah. Those are his little baby, I don't know the camera quality, but yeah. His little baby teethy marks from when he was a little baby. So right now we're using Hirschner's Worsted Celebrate in the color Thanksgiving. That's cute. Yeah, I am so weirdly sentimental about things. Like, I love this is like, yes, I've got a perfectly good 6mm Clover Amora hook, but this one my little baby boy chewed on. We don't talk anymore, so miss him. Pull that tight. And I'll just weave in this end. I have a video, a short on my channel on how I weave in my ends as I go with granny squares. I use my hook to do it, which makes it that much more tolerable. Box for you to look at, yeah. As a teacher, I keep every card I've ever gotten. And I've gotten a lot over the years. Hello. Welcome to the live. See, I work with babies, so what I really like when I get a card is when the parents give the baby the pen and just let them scribble all over the card. That's my favorite. I'm okay. Oh, that hurt. Oh, I felt my sinuses move with that one. Ugh. It felt like that sneeze was about to not come, and I hate when that happens. Yes, thank you, Aaliyah. I had big sneeze. Big sneezies today. Big sneezies today. Hi, Mom. Everybody behave. My mom's in the chat. And she's a mod, so she'll smite your butts. And yes, I have my mom as a moderator. Because my mom don't play. I certainly hope you can behave, Aaliyah. Well, seeing as you're usually the mod. You're usually the mod. On my lives, you get the night off. Well, I don't have a huge amount of attention anymore. I don't have a huge amount of attention yet, so I don't get too many weirdos in the chat. There was one last week. Kept asking if I was bald. That was awkward. But I mean, meh. I used to be a prolific internet troll, so this is just the universe coming back to punish me. You just want to put in the work on all the channels? Well, I'll definitely add you to the list if you want to mod here when things pick up more. But so far it's been chill. So my mom moderator is usually able to catch everything. And my Nightbot is so mean. This needs to come over here because it's just... Not one of the kitties has come to pay their rent today. Willing whenever you need. All right. I'll let you know. Aye, aye, Captain. Maybe once I hit 1,000 subscribers. But the most viewers I've had at once on the live. Oh look, the math is mathing. The most viewers I've had on live at once hasn't passed like 25 yet. Your kitty? How are the kitties? The kitties are good, Mom. They're being a bunch of schlubs. They're not coming to be on camera for the people. But see, they've all been sleeping all day because the weather's been terrible and dreary. So Rocky's been asleep under the rocking chair. Guinness has been asleep on the couch. Excuse me. And Zuzu's been asleep on the cat tree. The downstairs cat tree. Excuse me. And Guinness is asleep on the couch right now. He's being a sweet pea. Cuddled with me when I was napping earlier, though. But yes, this napping before going live has really been helping, because I've been live for an hour and a half. It's about 8:40, and I'm good. I'm working on Jason's wedding blanket, making some squares. And all that fun stuff. We just finished a baby blanket. For one of the babies in class. And I need squares. So yeah. Speaking of which, tell Jason to get on my live sometime and support his sister. I'll even let him be a weird troll in the chat. You and Dad are by the campfire? Ah, okay. Well, another time, tell him to get on live and support his sister. He can have trolling privileges. Yeah, here we go. Oh, first yawn. It's just water. I'm crocheting all day today. I think tomorrow's going to be a video editing day. Because while I am like way ahead of schedule vlog filming wise, still gotta edit all the footage. So I've got, oh good to hear, the menu's all set. Just casual wedding planning on live. If anybody has any suggestions, feel free to comment. We'll probably say no, but no, yeah, tomorrow's definitely going to have to be a video editing day because I have this current vlog I'm filming, I've got the most recent vlog I filmed, and I'm doing the unboxing day video, which I need to get that footage transferred onto my computer and edit it. So we're still low budget here. We still film only on my phone just because I don't feel like buying a camera and it's easy. Been to 3 weddings in your life. How many have I been to? I've been in one wedding. And then I've been to a wedding with my youth group, and then my cousin's wedding back in like the 90s. And then I was my friend Emily's, one of her bridesmaids 2 years ago. It's a fall outdoor wedding for my brother, which is why I've been making a fall outdoor themed blanket, because that's what they're into. And they know they're getting a fall outdoor themed blanket. I literally held up the Hirschner's website and I was like, all right, just put what you want in the cart. Put what you want in the cart. I'll make a blanket out of it for you. Definitely. You know, at some point this summer, I want to make a sweater scarf for my sister-in-law. Kind of like those sweater scarves Knititude on Instagram makes. I want to crochet one. Junior bridesmaids in 2 wedding and a guest in the other. That sounds fun. I was bridesmaid / co-maid of honor in my friend's wedding 2 years ago. The one wedding I went to with my youth group, I was part of the choir. And then my cousin's wedding, I was a guest. But I was a tiny guest. I can't remember how old I was. I just know it was in the 90s, and I think it was the year after we went to Canada, because the hotel was different, and I was mad about it because I wanted to go to the Canadian hotel. Yeah. Yes, Trent's wedding. I remember that. I remember also being mad because there was a pool and I wanted to go swimming, but everybody was all dressed up, and you can't go swimming in your wedding clothes. And little me was like, well, so what? There's a pool. You're supposed to swim in the pool. Why are we by the pool if we're not going to swim? If you're just joining the live, don't forget to double tap the screen to like the live and hit that subscribe button. And I hope you'll stick around for a while. Right, we're at the last row of this granny square. And we can make another one. Becky carrying me around everywhere. Didn't I like crash the bridal party getting ready and everything? Exclusive stories of little baby Gracie. Straight from the source, my mother. Rocky, come here. Come pay your rent. Your adoring fans want to see you. Nope, you're gonna go play in a box. Okay. Ah, okay. Yeah, I remember in this room with all these ladies in dresses, and they were passing me around and giving me food. It was great. Love food. Rocky's found his scratchy post, so he is happy. There's a knot in my yarn. Hi, Rocky. That was a very elegant leap. Right, we're about done with this square, and then we'll move on to the next one. Don't know if I'll do a traditional one, a flower one, or a mushroom one next, but we shall see. Okie dokie. And we are done with a square. Don't worry about weaving in the ends later. It's kind of boring. You don't want to see me sitting here weaving in ends. Well, most of these ends I actually just have to snip off because they're pre-woven in. But there we go. A regular granny square. Into the whip drawer with ye. All right, what kind of square do I want to make next? What kind of square do I want to make next? Okay, do we want to do, chat, do we want to do a mushroom square or a flower square? Yeah, I know. I really know she'll like it. I mean, I had her pick out the yarn. Guinness. Is my black cat gonna come over here? Here he comes. Mushroom. Okay, we will do a mushroom. But first, come on. Quit staring at me and jump up here. Come on. Here he is, the man of the hour. My black cat. Guinness. Are you here to help me crochet granny squares? Right, Guinness. Guinness has paid his dues. He gets paid in cat treats. God, you are a shedding monster. Hello, happy boy. Yes. Are you gonna take your place? You want your spot? Okay. Oh, there goes my phone. Okay, let's get myself all combobulated here. Guinness is gonna settle in on my lap. There we go. Now we can start a mushroom granny square. Let's do it. Yes, I start with green. I don't know if y'all can hear him purring, but he's purring. He's happy boy. Oh, big yawn. You're acting awful sleepy for someone who slept all day. Okay, 1, 2. Now we add the white. Such a love-hate relationship with Colorwork. Okay. So I want these. Red. I also adapted this mushroom pattern to make them into coasters. Those are available for sale on my website. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, yarn's getting down. Yes, I love color work, but the end weaving, the keeping track, it's pick up and keeping everything from tangling up and knotting together, but it always turns out so nice. There we go. Okay. Oh yes, sleepy boy, my sleepy goodness. Okay. Doot, 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 doot. Okay. Yes. What you doing, bud? What you doing? What you doing? You're getting your yarn tangled in your whiskers. Pet break. Break to pet the cat. Yes. He's a good kitty cat. Yes. He's a good black cat. Okay. Oh boy, here comes a Rocky. He's rubbing on my foot. It's a Rocky baby. Careful, Rock. There's not a lot of room up here. Guinness, be nice to your brother. Yes. Rocky fluffy tail. Boys. Guinness, you be good boy. Hello, I've got the boys. Coco's Crochet. I've heard of it. I've heard of them. I don't think I've watched them. Yes, that was Rocky. Suzu doesn't come on camera. She hears my live streaming voice and runs away. That's right. Yep, we all once saw Zuzu, and I mean, she's just a tiny, less fluffy version of Rocky. They're very similar. When they were kittens, we couldn't tell them apart. Oh, there's a Zuzu. Zuzu. All three of you are lined up looking at me. You only do that when there's about to be a tornado. Rocky, no! Get down! I'm losing yarn. Okay, if the camera falls, I'm sorry. It was my cat. because he's a stinker. Okay. All right, they've all stopped looking at me. What are you chewing on? Also, we finished the mushroom part. Yay. She's in Australia. Ooh, cool. I'll have to look her up. I like seeing non-American crocheters. Okay, now that that part is done, we can snip off these ends. Set that aside, less tangled up. Trash bag. Hello, welcome to the live. I do hope you will hang out for a bit. Uh-oh, I think I'm about to have some yarn barf. And gravity is extra strong. What are you chewing on, Rocky? What are you chewing on? Stop. It's a piece of fuzz, Rocky. Will you wear one live now and crochet while wearing it? Got ourselves a strange one. No, I will not wear a trash bag while live crocheting. Mainstream fashion and hope everyone tries. Well, good luck to you. I still dress like it's 2007 sometimes. Like I said earlier, I was putting my eyeshadow on for live and it was very hard to not go all the way up to the eyebrow with the sparkly stuff. Don't you jump up there, Rocky. Can't use your government name on here, but okay. Crochet them into outfits. I could. I know people crochet like mats for the homeless out of plastic bags. I don't think I own a hook big enough to do that though. Excuse me. More fashionable and comfy than you think. Well, yeah, I'll take your word for it. Just doesn't sound very breathable. Plastic. Alright, we're almost at the 2-hour mark, guys. Yeah, nice chatting with you too. Thanks for coming to the live. almost at the 2-hour mark. Probably go for another half hour or so. I'm not that tired since I took a nap. And I had an iced matcha tea. So I'm actually awake. Though I will probably jump off in a half hour and get some other things done. You have made a mat out of plastic bags. I've thought about it. I don't know if I have a hook big enough. I'd have to get one of those monster jumbo hooks. And I think the highest I have is a 15 millimeter. So, I've thought about it. I'm just not really into thick yarns. Hey, black cat. This is sneezy. $15mm is big enough. Alright, well, I will have to... I'll try add it on the list of things to try. I do have plenty of plastic bags laying around. Paused for some reason. Lots of lurkers tonight, it looks like. Good evening / morning. Good evening / morning to you. I assume you're in Australia. Or New Zealand. Somewhere in that side of the planet where it's morning. London, well, it is past midnight, so good morning. Yeah. True. Must be super early for you, because London is 5 hours ahead. What do you think? I am finishing up a mushroom granny square. I just have to do a slip stitch. Then we're done with this one. I'm not getting off live yet. I think we'll go for another half hour, 45 minutes. Get a few more squares done. So I said we were going to make squares in this live, and then I spent the first hour working on a baby blanket. But there we go. Mushroom square. Go online to find out to make plearn. I will do that, Laura. Add that to the to-do list. Okay, we made a regular granny square. We made a mushroom granny square. Let's make a flower granny square to round out the trio. And then maybe we'll just do the same rotation. I really should film a how many granny squares can I make in a day video. See if I can beat Passionate Kelsey. I don't know, I don't think I could. Especially since she used the all-in-one yarn. And I can never get my tension to work right with those kind of yarns, so. I have bought the Red Heart all-in-one yarn. Want to make 43 in one day? I mean, Probably could if I really put my mind to it. Had enough caffeine. Well, she did it in 12 hours. When I do the how many in a day thing, I don't do the 12-hour thing. I do whenever I wake up versus whenever it's time to go to bed. So, would I technically beat her? Yeah, maybe. She made 43 in 12 hours, whereas I usually run mine from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m., which is more than 12 hours. 42, that's why I asked. Yeah. I mean, if I wasn't following the 12-hour rule and I had enough coffee mixed with my ADHD medication, I could probably do it. But I wouldn't be using the all-in-one yarn. I'd be using regular yarn because I can never get the tension right on the all-in-one yarn. So I just make other things out of it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12. And it would be different because I make 4 round granny squares, and I think in that video she made 5 round granny squares. Yeah, under the work consecutively. And then usually when I do my how many in a day videos, I stop for a while and have to go run errands. Because I can only really film those videos on weekends because teacher life. And weekends are my get everything done days. Because again, teacher life, I don't want to go to the grocery store after teaching all day. I just want to go home and hide. And plus, going grocery shopping after school runs the risk of running into my kids at the grocery store as well. Like, yes, I love you all day, every day, but I need to be able to turn my teacher voice off. I mean, I might go for it at some point. Maybe next weekend. That can be the next video I film. All right, got the round part done. Gosh, getting nervous because this green, this is all I have left plus 2 3-ounce skeins of it. I'm definitely gonna need more, but that color is sold out on Hirschner's, so I'm gonna have to order like a bunch of the little 3-ounce skeins. I don't think it comes in a 12-ounce skein. I still have plenty of red and yellow. I'll probably won't need to resupply on red and yellow, but I've had to resupply on green and this one twice. Two, 3, 5. Could I set up an email notification? I could. I mean, on the Hirschner's website, they do put the date they expect it to be back in stock. But I might actually do that. I've never really needed to do that before, so I haven't. Because because I've never really needed to be alerted about restocks. But, I mean, this is important, so that's also going to get added to the list of things to do. Or, you know, I could do it right now. I need to look up yarn, and I need to come on, Hirschners, you can load. Safari has encountered a problem. You're a problem, Safari. Hirschners. There we go. Okay. I remember Sarah in Crochet Vision in one of her videos talking about how the Hirschner's website looks so 90s. I actually like the 90s look. Ooh, sport. No, we're not shopping. We're just setting up an alert. We're just setting up an alert. Sport weight cotton cake mill ends. No. No. I'm allowed to buy more yarn until my next paycheck. And that's after I get that blocking mat deal. Okay, this is color olive. First, I'm going to check worsted 12, because if I could get a 12-ounce skein, that would be really helpful. Aaron, Goldenrod, Royal, Seasbury, Meadow. Darn, they don't have that color in the 12-ounce skein. Unacceptable. Worsted 8 Antiquity. Heather's MVP, baby 8. There we go. Oh, it's back in stock. Oh, good. Okay. All right, I'll probably buy like 3 of them. I get paid soon. Then I will buy more, and I will buy like 3 of them. Because I've still got a whole other skein of this from my last resupply. And I mean, I still have an entire extra skein of this and the red. So, no, there's the red. It's connected here. You can tell it's starting to get late. But nope, no email alert required. It's already been restocked. Two, 3, 4. 5. Doom. 3. 4. So it is very good news. Don't have to panic or buy a million little 3-ounce skeins. I think that's what I really like about Hirschner's Worsted 8 and why it's probably my second favorite acrylic value yarn is because there's so many colors and you can get them in 12 ounces, 8 ounces, or 3 ounces. Should add that as a list of videos to make. My favorite budget-friendly acrylic yarns. Honorable mention, Big Twist. Though Big Twist was like my third favorite. It was the best bang for your buck, but Hirschner's Worsted comes in a bunch of size options, and Red Heart Super Saver is just, it's Red Heart Super Saver. It's my one true love. I'll forever be loyal, even if it's getting pricier. Just can't beat the color palette. And the variety. R.I.P. Joanne. Yeah, like I used to go to Joanne with my grandma on my mom's side. She didn't crochet, but she was a sewist. Like we would go to Joanne together when I was tiny. That same Joanne that when I went to during liquidation, I was talking to an employee and I was like, yeah, I remember coming here with my grandma in the 90s. And she was like, oh wow, that was before I was born. And I was like, what? Yeah, I went to the Joann's liquidation sale. Seamstress. Okay. I've seen people on the internet call it sewist nowadays, but yeah, seamstress. But yeah, I didn't go to Joann at all during the end stage of liquidation. I went in the beginning when it was still like fully stocked, and then I never went back because I didn't want my last memory of Joann's to be sad and empty. Boop. Okay. Done with the flower part. Yay. And we're at the 2 hour and 10-minute mark. Remember to drink your water. Stay hydrated, friends. Weave in this end and then attach the green. And then make a couple more squares before I go to bed for the night, because even though I'm not tired, I'm still going to go lay down. So I don't want my sleep schedule to be completely ruined. Because come Monday, I have to be up at 5 o'clock in the morning again. Well, thank you for whoever just liked the live. This is, I think, the most likes I've gotten on a live wall live. Usually people hit the like button on the VOD. So, very exciting. Jason watched it for a bit on my phone. And what did he think? What do you think of his big sister's hard work? Stroke my ego. I need my ego stroked a little bit. Those itches, but I don't want to scratch it too hard. Why are you digging? You liked it? Good, good. I'm glad. Glad he liked it. He should come more often. So I am live every Saturday. I try to go live around 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but I was taking a nap today. Because the weather was terrible, it was so dreary, and perfect napping weather, I guess. And I was just so comfy with the cats piled on me. Man of few words. Yeah, but he can still run things in the background to help me get my watch hours up. Three. What time is it anyway? Right, it's 9:30. I think I'm gonna be live for 15-20 more minutes, and then I'm gonna sign off for the evening. Do another square after this before we sign off for the evening. Or two, depending on how long it takes. Would like to hit the 2.5 hour mark. Love you, Mom. Thanks for coming to the live and moderating. I'll call in a little while. Okay. Just winding down now for the evening. I think we'll do one more square after this since this is almost done. Then we'll hit the 2.5 hour mark and go to bed. But I've gotten a lot of work done on live. I should probably film some clips for my vlog too. And then tomorrow will be a video editing day. Yay! So I have a vlog that needs to come out next week on Saturday. Then I'm going to do my unboxing day video. You heard it here first. We're going to be adding to the whatever the word for it is, we're going to be adding, increasing the types of content I do. So I already do a vlog every other Saturday. Do live every Saturday. Now I'm thinking every other month we'll do an unboxing video. And I want to start doing like tutorials. Maybe some night I'll host a live sale to get more traffic on my website. Because I have a lot of fun things available for sale on my website. And I soft launched international shipping. Make the formal announcement later next week. Fun, yeah. Yeah, I'm finally going to start offering shipping to the UK and Canada. Since it can be in the budget now. I figured out how to price for it. Since I do charge for shipping, one of my co-teachers, her husband works for the post office. So I went to her and I'm like, hey, how much would it be to send like a small package to Canada through USPS? And then I just slapped that number into the shipping fee. And then later I was like, what about the UK? Because when I check my analytics, most of my viewers are American. But then I have a lot in Canada, the UK, and also India. For some reason. Which is pretty cool. And Australia, but I really can't afford to ship to Australia, so we'll start with Canada and the UK, then we'll probably add India and Australia and other countries. It just depends on how things go. Right, we finished that one. Let's do one more square before we sign off for the night. I'm gonna just do a plain traditional granny square, since I do still need a bunch of those for the blanket. I also have a lot of Russian followers for some reason. But I don't think you can mail to Russia from the United States right now, at least not through USPS. But yeah. The shipping to Canada and the UK is available right now. I just haven't made it. I haven't announced it officially. And then on the 26th, my unboxing video will come out where I go over all the yarn that I acquired throughout May and June. And the end of April. End of April, all of May, and first part of June. So, yarn haul, yay! Love a good yarn haul. And I don't know what else. I'm just still experimenting. I'm still debating whether or not I want to do Vlogmas, though I have decided if I do decide to do Vlogmas, I teach. I have a day job during the week. I'm gonna have to cheat and film some of the vlogs really early. But they'll probably start with me like, yeah, I know, it's July, but we're gonna start preparing for Christmas now. I don't know. I haven't decided if I'm gonna do Vlogmas or if I'm gonna do like Vlogmas Light, where I'll do a vlog once a week instead of every other week. I don't know. But it's no longer hard for me to keep on schedule for posting. I've got my work flow pretty well streamlined, so I've got my shorts going out multiple times a week. I've got my vlogs coming out every other week. I've got that squared away. That's just in the routine now, so I can add more stuff. But yeah, if I do Vlogmas, I definitely have to cheat. Oh god. Big piece of fluff just blew across the floor. That was good. Am I gonna watch Caesar's live today? I might. I've thought about it. I'm usually asleep when they go live, but I may just load it up and play in the background since I do usually have a video running in the background when I'm sleeping. I need the background noise to be able to sleep, so that might be the background noise of the night. Because I know usually by the time they hit the live button, I'm already well asleep, but I'm wide awake tonight, so I'm just jumping off and going to go lay down when I'm done with this square because I don't want to completely bork my sleep schedule. Because again, I gotta be up at 5 a.m. on Monday. That's the joy of being a year-round teacher. I know the surrounding school district just went on summer break, but we're private. We don't have to follow the school district. We can do what we want. We're going year-round. But yes, I gotta work all summer, but I'm paid all through the summer. So I don't have to hustle too hard on my website. It's not my only income, selling and doing YouTube. I don't even make money from YouTube yet. I make money from selling stuff on my website and affiliate links right now. I'm hoping by the end of the year I'll be able to monetize. That was my goal, was to be able to monetize by the end of 2025. I mean, we're creeping ever closer. Every day the numbers, the little progress bar goes up a little bit every day, so just hoping. Oh wow, to everyone that just joined the live, welcome. Don't forget to double tap the screen to like the live and hit that subscribe button. We do lots of fun crocheting around here. And it's a great way to show your support. I also have a website where you can buy my handmade goodies. Second row on this square done. Boy, we've gotten a lot done tonight. And we just hit the 2.5 hour mark. Woohoo. It's like my minimum I want to target. That's my minimum target. I want to be live for like at least 2.5 hours. I think for the next round of this, I'm just going to put my neck clip on and take a couple clips for my vlog that I'm filming. Let's see, the vlog I have coming out next Saturday is all about work I'm putting in for my business. And then the one I'm filming right now will come out 2 weeks after next Saturday. So beginning of July, I want to say. And that'll just be all the personal projects. Because this week I've only been working on personal projects. Where is my neck clip? There it is. Real content creator. I have a neck clip. And a magnetic sticker on my phone case because I don't feel like upgrading my phone. And I have an older model iPhone, and they're not magnetic, so sticker. Excuse me. All right. Yes, I know it looks ridiculous, but gotta make some content here. Just weaving this in real quick. It's just my ice maker. That scared me. House is making weird noises again. That's what you get for living in an old house. Weird noises at weird times. All right, let's lean back. So, how about that airline food? Here we go. Got a clip. Just 10-second clip so people get bored. Don't get bored. Nobody's got an attention span anymore. I certainly don't. I need to find some royalty-free music that I can play in the background on these lives. Or something. I've been really into Fruited Your Arrow music lately. Makes me feel super nostalgic. When we're done. Okay, boop, boop. All right, just one more round of this. Weaving this end real quick. Oh, yep. There we go. Starting to get sleepy. Oh wow, a lot of people just joined. Thank you for just joining the live. If you're just joining, don't forget to double tap the screen to like the live, hit the subscribe button. We do all sorts of fun crochet stuff here and it really helps me out. And they're gone. Okay. I'm trying my best. It's fine. Right, one more round to go. Don't you dare, Rocky. Sir. Rocky, no. Rocky. Please don't knock the camera over. You can knock it over all you want when I'm done, but not right now. Please. Actually, no. Please don't ever knock it over. Righty. Rocky! Rocky wants me to get off live, so when we're done with this square, we're going to jump off live. Yes, I know, it's bedtime. Don't you do it, Rocky. If you're just joining the live, my cat is trying to knock the camera over. We're on the last round, and then we're going to be done. We're going to hope Rocky doesn't knock the camera over because he's staring at me menacingly. He's like, it's bedtime. It's time for us to get the house for the night. Yes, I know. It's your turn for the house, Rocky. We'll go settle in as soon as I'm done here. Rocky? Got to go flying, chat. And we are done. Ta-da! We did it. We have made 4 granny squares and finished a baby blanket over the course of this live stream. Unfortunately, my cat is now insisting it's time for bed, so I am going to log off for the night. Thank you to everyone that came and watched the live, and if you're watching the VOD right now, thank you. I go live every Saturday around 6 or 7 Eastern Standard Time. Yes, you survived. The cat did not knock the camera over. Hi, sorry, we're about to jump off. Yeah, please like, subscribe, comment, hit the bell icon so you can be notified every time I post. I have a website linked below in the description where you can buy pretty much anything I crochet. I ship anywhere in the United States and also now to Canada and the UK. You heard it here first. And yeah, I think that's all the standard outro stuff. So I will see you all next week on my next live stream. Bye. Good night. I swear they move the X every time.